The mall we are exploring today has sat abandoned for just under a decade. Originally opening as the Parkwood Shopping Center in 1964, this mall was first constructed as an outdoor strip mall until it expanded into a single fully enclosed structure in 1979. Today, all that remains of this dead mall besides its graveyard is its last anchor, Roses. But with only exterior access available, the rest of the mall has been locked away, quietly falling to decay and vandalism as the years go by.
The only mall in the town is closing.
The mall is scheduled to close Monday.
The enclosed mall format was not sustainable in this small city.
Since it closed, it has become a 50-acre dead zone in the neighborhood.
Communities all over the nation could face similar challenges.
This has become a hotspot for vandals and trespassers.
The old mall in Wilson is home to a lot of memories for people in that area.
All that will be left are memories of an old mall.
Broken window pane here. Holy, look at this. Jeez. This place. Wedding photos. This was probably like a photo center. They had like people's Christmas photos of Santa that never got delivered. Picture Perfect Studios gift certificates. So that's probably the name of the store. Several people's wedding photos that they probably never received because the store shut down. You can see this Roses store is actually still active. The sign used to light up, but on the other side of that wall is an actually functioning store. It's just exterior access only now. You can see some sort of lighting fixture they used to have in front of this store. People just shattered the glass panes in this store. And holy, look at this. Store phone, manage your phone numbers. Oh, that's cool. And they have like a list of all the stores here. Absolute Wireless, BB&T, Bank of America, Bath & Body Works, JCPenney. Look at this sleigh here. This is probably where the mall Santa would have sat, and you could take photos with him. You can see how massive it is. It's all made out of wood. Various decorative ornaments. You can see they might have some flooding issues because all the drywall is cut about a foot off the stud. This looks like it probably would have just been an employee area. Some back rooms. You can see the water damage all on the ceiling here. This mall's definitely beyond repair. It would have had a nice corner display here. This would have actually been pretty big for a flower store. So this would have been like a back storage area for a few stores, maybe. Or potentially just this one. They probably had all their flower stock here. So there's a lot of shelving in this store here. Turn on my lights, it is dark inside. Oh, wow. These look like maybe centralized booths that they had set up. Yeah, you can see a little signage that said Orchard Valley. Throughout the 1990s, the mall became uncompetitive with newer malls from larger cities that began springing up in the area. This diluted potential shoppers away from Parkwood, causing a decrease in foot traffic, leading many of the tenants to abandon the mall once their leases were up and move elsewhere. I think it was one of the few anchors in this mall. You can see how big it is just compared to all the other shops. Had some sort of a elevated step or a queue there. This looks like some sort of diner. I like the checkered pattern on the flooring and the sort of bar counter here. Very cool. You can see where the stove used to be. This was probably like a breakfast diner or something. Yeah, the stove has been sold, but the gas hookup's still here. Probably had all their plates and stuff here. Tony's Italian Cuisine. In 2006, the location was purchased by the Hull Property Group, who began to renovate and modernize the mall's interior. They hope to compete with their larger, more modern competitors and attract some new tenants. On top of the renovations, the Parkwood Shopping Center was renamed and rebranded as the Wilson Mall, in hopes to breathe some fresh life into a once dying shopping center. Not quite sure what this store would have been, but you can see the nice facade they had up along the wall here. It's a lot colder in this store than the rest of the mall. I don't know if this would have been like a storage room or a loading bay, but holy, somebody just kicked that right down. Oh yeah, this is just a storage area. It looks like it's been picked clean. Any success was short-lived, however, as the renovations failed to attract new tenants, and with one of their three major anchors, Sears, pulling out in 2010, the mall began to tread down a bumpy path. This looks like another restaurant. So I wonder if this area would have been the food court, if this mall even had a food court. You can see some booths are still here. Even the ceiling is collapsing. You can see just how decayed behind the counter is here. And their grills, everything's covered in a layer of glass from what kids have shattered. Deep fryers with the actual baskets in it still. And the pizza oven. Of course, we have the pizza fridges to deal with. Oh, look. They had a little back room here with their like Tupperware and bins and stuff. Even a little pizza apron. That one says silver hoop multiple earring. Interesting. Looks like we have a gauntlet of 3. Please don't be smelly. Oh my god. Oh, there's like water and mold. Oh. Oh my god. Okay, I'm getting out of here. Another large store. This one was adjacent to the Sears that's in here. You can see the ceiling's insulation is just completely fallen down in spots. I mean, a lot of the stuff has been stripped from this mall, but there's enough of it remaining where you can kind of see its roots. That one's locked. This one is not. A little bench. You can see the wallpaper, how much mold. Holy, the whole skylight is collapsed here. And that right there is what was once the Sears. Well, I guess I don't have to open it. Oh, this looks like a little, possibly slushy shop or something. King's Walk. Oh, maybe it's a Chinese place. King's Walk to go.
The noises emerging from that building is terrifying because it sounds like people are walking around, but that's impossible. There's no way, I think. So I think it's just water dropping. And then over there, there's a huge hole in the wall there, and behind it, literally the entire floor is covered with like ferns and stuff.
Holy
But
crap.
I don't know if it goes outside. There's water bottles lining it, so I don't know if people are living in there.
Well,
I don't like this wing.
This is the sketchy wing.
This is very okay. So I have my personal bodyguard with me.
This wing is a lot more decayed than the rest that we've seen so far. Like you can see a lot of water damage. You can see the old trim from the skylight. Oh yeah, they even boarded it. I wonder if people were rappelling down into the mall. Yeah, so this was the Sears. This is so decayed. Holy, this goes deep. Some of the main anchors of this mall included J.C. Penney, Winn-Dixie, Roses, Sears, and Carmike Theaters. The hole in the wallpaper there, or the
Wall.
yeah, the drywall. You can see right into their storage area here. Something creepy is that I actually checked out this door last night when we were scouting it, and there was a full glass there, so that shattering is actually new, this entry point.
So this happened last night.
This must have happened between last night, because I went right up to this door. I remember I pulled on the door to like try and see if it would slide, and I kicked just with my foot to see if it was glass, and I felt the glass with my foot, so I know for a fact last night that was not like that. Between what was it, 2 a.m. and
Probably
10 a.m. So between those 8-hour periods, someone came in here and smashed that. So we gotta be careful because they might be inside the mall. Gotta be careful because this is another one of the buildings that leads to the exterior. But it looks like they had some sort of reception here. This was like the old police department. Just worried about squatters in these back rooms. These are all empty. Some sort of documents here for the police department. These are kind of filthy, but Department of Justice. And various VHS tapes. Maybe it was like the mall surveillance footage. Saturday, Sunday to Friday, Wednesday. United Way of New York City and the New York Police Department present Change the Beat on the Street, kids version. This looks like another larger store. What's creepy is there's a hole in the wall here. With light coming through. And it looks like, oh yeah, it leads directly outside. With tenant after tenant leaving the mall, the end was inevitable, and it was announced that on January of 2013, the once flourishing Wilson Mall would close its doors for good. Don't know where that creepy chime is coming from. This section of the mall is definitely a lot more trashed. Appearances, hair and nail salon. Even more Christmas decorations, and it looks like temporary stages. Animatronic here. Very creepy. You can see its ears on the floor right there beside it. Look at that, that probably would have been like a display in the middle of the shopping mall. Oh, there's a couple of them in here. Holy, look at this. I wonder if that was like a Christmas display or just some like kids rides. You can see the carpeting has all gone green here. Now we're going to be walking into the most exposed part of the mall, the JCPenney. Got to be very careful here. Damn, this place is exposed. It's a massive anchor. Look at this L-shaped display here. You can see pretty much every single glass display case was smashed, but probably would have contained jewelry or other expensive items. You can see just how large this anchor was. But I wanted to look at some of the shelving and stuff they have stacked up in the corners over here. Fixtures, furniture, and equipment available for sale. $30, $25. They had even more continuing on over here. Oh look, you can see this is like underwear displays. You can see the product sticker and they probably had them in these bins here. So I wonder if this JCPenney was used or rented out by this fixtures and furniture store, because these are like facades here for like blinds and other sampled colors and patterns. Holy, look at how big this storage room was. You can see the floor is littered with these. Holy, there's gift cards. These are all JCPenney gift cards. Oh, very cool. This is like a nail or hair salon within the JCPenney's. Sadly, all the mirrors have been smashed. They even have some hair products still left behind. Oh, these are like hair color samples. And they've all hardened like paintbrushes. Kind of gross. So what's next for this location? The owners of the property, the Hull Property Group, proposed in 2017 to turn the complex into a series of medical apartments. But with no approval from the city, the owners went dark and no one has been able to contact them since. It appears the future of the Wilson Mall remains to be seen, for now at least. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more explores just like this one, please consider subscribing and sharing the video with your friends. As always, thank you for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one. Peace.